Pero, sí.
Yo, I fucking asked that question of James, and he was like,
What you said.
okay. He was at the gas station, and he was just like cleaning out his car and like throwing some trash away.
Vale.
And then all of a sudden this guy came up behind him, and he was like, "Hey man, what are you doing?" And he was like, "Bro, I'm just cleaning out." Like he was talking behind him. He's like, "Bro, I'm just cleaning out my car." And he was like, and then all of a sudden he heard the guy go, "Whoa, he's got a gun!" And then all of a sudden he turned around and there was a gun fucking pointed at his face, bro.
At James's?
Yes. Just a random guy. Like, I'm talking about some straight up, like, he pulled up on me shit. Like, no conversation, no nothing, no like, hey, how you doing? Like, oh, you looked at my girlfriend weird, just like, hey, what are you doing? And then saying that James has a gun, and then he turns around and he's like, boom. Right there.
I can't even imagine. It's in serio. Like,
yeah.
I've never seen a gun. We don't have guns.
Yeah. What type of person do you think is the type of person to do that? Like what did you just imagine in your head? Like a homeless person?
No, I was kind of picturing a random white man, kind of like a little mental looking.
Yeah. Racist. Yeah. Just for absolutely no reason, just walking around crazy.
Yeah, but also like a little mental. I don't know why, but I'm imagining being a little bit, unstable.
Exactly. Yeah. Right? Guess who that was? The police. Bro.
Mm-hmm.
And then right after that story, he was like, "Hey, bro, I'm about to walk inside though, so just text me later." And I was just, and like, he just left me on that, and I was just like, "God damn, man." So I just asked that, asking like it'd be like a funny, and then I got the story of how James got freaking a gun pulled on him by the police, just like unfortunately, the typical story, like the story, la historia muy típica.
Es que es súper raro. It's raro.
Like, and I said exactly the same thing to him. I was like, dude, I thought you're talking about like a fucking homeless guy or just a literally insane schizophrenic redneck, just off kilter. And this is the police.
For what reason? Es que no sé.
You know the reason. It's just not a fun reason.
But I think I really, really refuse to admit it. Like, it can't be.
Right? No, dude, it's fucked. Imagine the type of person who willingly wants to become the police.
He's so light.
I know, right?
I don't
He's
get
just
it.
Like the coolest. Exactly. Welcome to America. Welcome to America. Puritans came over here and they just fucked everything up, man. And they're just fucking weirdo whack job. Oh, to bring it around to a funny subject, somebody pointed out the other day, I think isn't it hilarious that like they were like pointing out how gay the Declaration of Independence is, and how gay it is, and how like stupid the beginning of the. Okay, so like if we were a real country, wouldn't we just like go to war? You know what I'm saying? Like, wouldn't we just start kicking their ass?
Mm-hmm.
But no, we had to sign like a gay letter, like an ex-girlfriend being like, "Look, we tried to work." It's literally a list of complaints. It's a list of complaints, and it's a complaint about we don't want to be taxed. Like we don't want you taking money from us. Like it's not like the money was the thing that pushed it over the edge. Not like the principle. and it's like just gay bullshit. And it's still literally a document where it's like, but if you'll have us back, we'll come. Would you? And King George is like, fuck you. We're like, okay, God, then I get. Well, fuck you too, then. Blah. And it's like, dude, why don't you just fucking go to war with him if you're really that badass?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you gotta write a fucking gay Declaration of Independence. And then it just started getting me thinking of like, dude, I wonder if George Washington was ever actually like on the front lines. Because he wasn't. Because like even in all the movies, the generals and the guys in charge, they're never on the front line. I mean, they'll be in the thing, but they'll be on like the 20th line, and then because it's a movie, they'll kill the protagonist or whatever, and it's like and it's like that's the movie magic. What really probably happened was he probably just like sat in the tent the whole time, I literally just should email a scholar or something about this or look it up on my own time. But like, because in our like history and our mythology, George Washington was like a badass.
That's what I've heard. Like that's live on my mind. So
yeah, right. Like he was like a military general, but also like a leader of men. Like responsible, like he's just putting the whole nation on his back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Meanwhile, number one, just the whole slaves thing in general sort of tears him down from the pedestal. Also, bro, this is so funny. This is the only interesting thing I learned in Colonial Williamsburg. Dude, George Washington was a fuckboy. Yes, he 100% was. Because there was a girl that I think he strung. No, I forget who strung who along, but they were like friends, for the longest time. And it's one of those things where like when the history books talk about like two best girlfriends and they're like friends together, and they're just saying that because really all they do is like finger pop each other in like fields of like lilies and stuff. And like the history book can't write that, so it's like, yeah, they were friends. So yeah, him and this chick were like friends. Then get this, all of a sudden he goes with Martha Washington just fucking out of nowhere. Like she just shows up one day, and this girl was like, "Bro, you were leading me along to be like, I'm gonna be your wife." Like this is what I thought this was sort of building towards, was we were going to all the dances together, we were seen socially all the time. This is sort of the momentum and the trajectory, and then Martha Washington just comes in out of nowhere and like steals her thunder, and it becomes like a point of like Martha Washington. There was a big thing of like she sat down and had tea with her and had to like get notes from her of like how to treat him as a guy, of like how does he like his tea, or what is he, how do you clean that, how does he like to keep the place. And they had like, which I could only imagine how fucking awkward and weird it would be. But then here's the flip, you ready for this? Even like, dude, right before his death, he like they still maintained a little bit of correspondence, and then like at some point she just sort of like cut him off and stopped responding to him. So he was still writing her like well into being married to Martha Washington, and then she was in France and like cut him off eventually and just like started living her own life. And dude, they have like the last letter he sent her was like 2 days before his death or something, and the sentence in that is something like, "I still think about you every day." Pretty much. Like, you're the one I really loved. I still think about you. You were my true love. I think about you every day. Like, that's the sentiment of it. And I'm just like, God damn, fucking George Washington was a fucking thirsty ass fuckboy, like piece of shit who's just like not two-time in the women, but like he's just got him fucking running around. And it's like, dude, fuck you.
Yeah. Keeping that for like his whole fucking life, just in case.
Yeah.
I really wonder, I hope, that she actually got her, do her own life, do her own thing, just live her life really happily.
Yeah.
I really hope.
Yeah, either he's an asshole or he's a really sensitive bitch. You know, which like both of those are not good looks for like the first man of America.
Oh, Dios mío.
You know, right? And then if so now I'm thinking if you add on top of that he like wasn't even like on the front lines, then like what was he actually? He was like a rich slave holding businessman who sort of directed around people in an army and got people to fight a war, like his own rich man's war. That wasn't going to end slavery. That wasn't part of the revolution. That was for sure. And he was also a fuckboy on top of that. Awesome. Glad we figured out the personality of our like first president.
Yeah.
Not a good look.
No. No.
And they're like, the foundation of America is under attack by the left. And it's like, do you even know what the foundation is to even make a decision on whether to support it or not?
I want to learn history this way. Everyone should learn history this way. You know?
Through the eyes of the black woman.
Huh?
Through the eyes of the black woman.
Well, America's, Africa's, everyone's history. We don't learn enough.
Dude, man, Africa really is that place that just 100% got the short end of the stick for like forever.
Yes, like forever. That's
like, it really is incredible how long you got, and like it's. I don't want to say you guys are taking L's, but you're having L's handed to you.
Who the fuck is you guys?
Fucking assholes.
Like, who is you guys?
I don't know. No. Well, I mean, just like the continent of Africa as a whole, except for Egypt in the very beginning. Like, okay, there's the first family that like everything was awesome and they had it figured out, and then the Egyptians were pretty cool and communicated with aliens, and then they've just gotten like shit on and like fucked with ever since, and we're like, I wonder why they're not fucking doing too hot all the time, forgetting the fact that Nigeria has the 7th largest global economy, and they're like, whoa, this place is like a fucking dirt fucking mud hut, and it's like, yeah, I wonder why.
Right.
It's our tradition.
There are gente de Guinea Ecuatorial in Spain. Lots of them. I don't even know why. I mean, they speak Spanish, obviously, from other countries. It's their mother tongue. Pero, I don't know, like, we don't get along, by the way. Most black people here, most Africans, not most black people, most Africans are from Guinea Ecuatorial. Very different people from us.
I want to give big ups to Spain. And I think Spain, the more I'm thinking about it, the more I want to make a case for Spain being the best country on earth. A little bit. Yeah. Because it started with thinking about MotoGP and how Spain has the #1 guy in MotoGP. And then Luka Doncic came from Real Madrid. Got Cristiano Ronaldo, got Leo Messi. You're dominating world sports. You're like in the quarterfinals for Copa Europa. Strong history, strong. Pretty much. You both are at the center of like everyone immigrating and migrating, but then you also have like first people. Like, where the fuck do the Basque come from? We still don't know.
That just amazes me.
Yeah. And their language hasn't changed in like 1,000 years.
And it won't change. And
right. They're still writing like hieroglyphics, pretty much. With all those fucking T's and X's. And then
Gipuzkoa.
And then here's the thing that started putting it over the edge was seeing the map of like colonialization, because I'm like going through Spanish history now, and it's not just my American history, and America is the only place that was being colonized in the West. Like, no, the whole fucking place was being colonized at the same time, and Spain was colonizing the whole fucking place, and including like the bottom third of America, and then Canada was France. Like, England conquered nothing. I mean, India would have a lot to say about that. But as far as America goes, England conquered nothing. England did jack fucking shit. I mean, they started just like fucking up, Africans and like making trading ports and shit. But like, I mean, come the fuck on. And then they wrote a gay declaration of independence, and it's like, man, you guys are so fucking gay, bro. Meanwhile, the Aztecs are fucking crushing heads and taking names, and they can't even write. And
when you see them like nowadays, the way they function, the way they behave, their mindset, Australia, India, I don't know. I mean,
oh yeah, it's felt globally.
Exactly.
And then, but just looking at the maps, and like all South America is Spain, like, and then all Central America, like 75% of the shit that got colonized was fucking Spain doing it. And I'm like, let's go, man. We're the fucking best. It's incredible that, I mean, obviously, I was about to say they got away with it. Like, in general popular Western culture, obviously Hispanics have something to say about that, but or like, Mexicans, but people of the people who got colonized, they got something to say about it. But dude, talk like, you don't hear about people complaining about like white Spanish Catholics. You hear about white Anglo-Saxon Protestants. And so I think this gets back to an ultimate point of how fucking awful must the English be, the white Anglo-Saxon Protestants, that so many people have gotten away with so much shit for so long, and you're still the one that everyone hates.
Buena pregunta.
Like, I almost, how do you like investigate the origins of that? Like, do you just go up to English people and be like, why are you so fucking shitty? Like, why do you suck so much?
They'll deny everything.
What the fuck are you talking about, mate?
You go and ask their royalty directly, maybe the Queen of England, the whole dynasty. Maybe they know. Maybe they've got some answers for you.
Do you think the Queen of England still got a wet pussy? Or do you think she's like done for? Like, do you think Prince Philip or whatever his name was still just like fucking? He was still just like getting up in them fucking guts like all the time.
Nasty as fuck.
He's just like popping Viagra, popping Blue Chews all over the place. He's just got a hard ass fucking diamond dick, and he's putting it in the Queen of England on a daily basis.
I'm gonna say yes, because then I see her, I look at her, and it's like, damn, you've got more to do.
Yeah, she's got to be getting piped down to be in that good of a mood. Just like right before afternoon tea, she's like getting dressed, but like she's just gotten out of the shower, and her nice clothes are on the table, and Prince Philip's like kind of getting ready. You know how like couples will get ready at the same time, and like, oh, we just, I'm using the bathroom while you're shower. Well, you wouldn't know, but but like I'm using the bathroom. We're sort of getting ready together. We're gonna go out for the night, and she's just like bending over. The Queen of England is just bending over, grabbing her ankles, and she's like, "Oh, why don't you give me a spotted dick? Come on over and put it in me, fatty. Go slide that cock up in my fucking wet cunt."
That's an image. Yeah.
Like, I'll do the act out too.
No, stop.
Like, she's just over there like, "Boy, can you fucking give us a dick?" whatever the fuck accent. I lost the accent there. Oh, I got a little excited. Sorry.
Yeah, sit down. Por favor. Por favor. I can't be laughing. I can't be laughing.
Now you want to know what I want to do. Now, see, here's the thing. Here's a rule of the internet. If you can think of a sexual kink, it exists. That's a rule of the internet. So, because that exists, that also means there's probably someone whose like fantasy is role playing being Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip. It's just like two gay guys in fucking like cruising around the Elder Theater and they're like, "Can you come give me a spotted dick?"
I really want to look it up, but I just don't want to see. I just don't want to be right.
It's an eggplant called. I almost called it an albahaca. Albahaca.
What's an what? Wait, that word is very familiar. Albahaca. It's the same in Spanish. What does it mean?
Albahaca is basil. But okay.
¿Qué?
Basil.
¿Es verdura? ¿Es verdura?
Oh my god.
I feel like it's a vegetable. No?
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you what it is. It's basil.
Yeah, it's okay. That's what I'm not understanding.
You fucking dumbass. You look like the Wizard of Oz, dude, right now. Because for some reason it like, yeah, como like pesto.
Vale. Sí.
Y pizza.
Vale. Ya sé.
Vale.
Yes.
Muy fácil crecer.
Es muy fácil de crecer. Vale. So, ¿podemos crecer albahaca en el jardín?
I want to go back to this Queen of England thing. I feel like there's some more left in that well.
Don't.
No, there's nothing there. I don't want to overtag it. What do you think is the craziest like sexual kink you've ever heard of? Like, oh my god, that's just so beyond.
I'm fighting with two. Vale.
Well, what are both?
So I think I found out about zoophilia first, and I was like, no fucking way.
Perdón?
Zoophilia.
So, como animales?
Yes.
No es llamaba or
I can see you.
No es llamada called what bestiality?
Bestialidad? No en español. No
Sí.
Actually, I mean, bestial. Bestial is a good thing. Es bueno. And why can't I see your face?
I don't know because it's on mine.
So I found out about zoophilia. There we go. First, and then I found out about necro.
Vale. ¿Qué edad?
¿Qué edad?
Sí.
19, más o menos.
19.
Sí.
Wait. Yeah. Oh. Sí, okay, vale. Wait, 19.
¿Qué pasa?
Tanto tarde.
Tarde.
Pero el concepto en general de zoophil, like it never crossed your mind before that someone could fuck an animal?
Quizás, pero
It wasn't really something you thought about much. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should.
I wouldn't remember the exact same second I said, oh, I could fuck a dog. No.
That's something white women think about. Dude, white women will fucking kiss a dog on the mouth. Like, they'll fucking tongue kiss them.
Rosa.
Un poco.
Rosa. Yeah, you're gonna see that. It's a whole fucking show with her dog Blas. Yeah.
Oh. See, I almost made the same reference because I thought you were saying grossa, like something's gross.
No, rosa, rosa.
But rosa la persona.
Rosa la persona.
It's just like, nah, that's.
More like.
Oh, not a lick. You, what a weirdo. Rosa, we love you.
You sound like a kid.
Just kidding. It's all a joke. We don't really mean it, except we do.
Oh yeah, you are gonna. I mean, you'll see for yourself.
Rosa, do you fuck a dog?
No.
Don't answer that.
No.
You can plead the fifth if you want to.
¿De qué? Plead the fifth.
She can plead the fifth.
¿Y qué es eso? Oh, like what's this? What is it?
Like it's
La Biblia?
So in the United States, you have a guaranteed like legal right that you don't have to answer incriminating questions. Like if you don't want to answer a question, we can't make you answer a question. Period. You can just be like, I'm shutting up, which is awesome. Everyone should do it. Not enough people do.
Yes.
Yeah. If you're ever in legal trouble, say absolutely nothing. That's the best legal advice you can ever get in your life. Fucking say nothing. Give them nothing. Shut it down completely. They can do whatever the fuck they want. You ain't saying shit. Just shut the fuck up, and everything will work out. The best thing you can, at least in the United States, if you think you're gonna, talk your way out of, or you're gonna like reason with them, you're going to prison. Have a fun time, like, cause you're gonna fuck up. You're gonna say something stupid, and if they don't get you on one thing, they'll get you on something else. So shut the fuck up. Always. Shut the fuck up. I mean, these motherfuckers are pulling up on James in a random gas station and pointing a gun at him. You think they're your friends? You think they're gonna understand? Maybe if you're a white woman and you start crying at a speeding, as you're getting a speeding ticket, you can get out of it. But if you're in trouble, shut the fuck up. Because whatever you say, it's going in court. It's an opponent party admission. I mean, everything you say. Just about, so like, yeah. Don't the 50
from the second you're arrested.
Say that again.
So from the second you're arrested.
Yeah, just be like, I'm not talking. Yeah, like I want my phone call. I mean, don't be like a dick and like antagonize them.
Okay.
But it's like I'm not saying anything. Don't even try and work with them and be like, I can tell you. Nah. Just say nothing, and you'll be cool. So I mean, the court. It's all. I mean, not to get this deep into it, but the whole like criminal justice system is a fucking sham.
Yeah. So
you're convicted, or the evidence in court is like what can get into court. That's the facts. The facts aren't what the facts are. The facts are what comes into court. Does the difference make sense?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
if
they don't have, because you don't know they might not have jack shit actual physical evidence. Often they don't. They suck. They suck at their jobs. And what good physical evidence they do, you can like poke holes in it all day long with forensic sciences. But you have to give me the chance to do that as your lawyer. And the best way to fuck the whole thing up is to be like, well, maybe I did it. It's like, motherfucker, you didn't do it until you said it. You know what I'm saying? It's a big gray question, and I could poke holes in it all day long. If you just shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up one time for once in your life. It's like the old fucking 50 Cent line. Don't say nothing to DA that won't play in court. Whatever you're saying, it's going in court. So you better make it really good and like something spicy for the jury of like, yeah, I didn't do this. No way I'm talking to y'all. I want my lawyer. Shut the fuck up. You know, like, you better make it good and spicy like that and then really shut the fuck up, or just say nothing from the beginning. Saying nothing from the beginning is even better. Because if they don't have a record, if they don't have things that you've said, they can't bring it in, and they have to stand alone. Make them do their police work. Then they have to stand alone on their police work, and it fucking sucks. So that's Brandon Paul's law school.
I love it. I love
that's crim law day one. Y'all can go home now.
Yeah, I love it.
That's Civics 101. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Not in our classroom. You can talk in our classroom. It's a nice place here. But the police station, not a nice place. They're not your friend. They're never your friend. And if you think they're your friend, boy, you're going to meet some people in a different place that really aren't your friend. And just in case you're wondering, they are going to have their way on your booty hole. And they're going to be having your mom be sending commissary money, and you're going to be providing snacks for the rest of the group. That's what you're going to be doing, unless you shut the fuck up. Just shut the. It's so easy. Just say nothing. Just say nothing.
Oh, Dios mío. I'm so scared of jail. I'm so scared of the whole system. I'm so scared of the police. I'm scared of todo eso. Todo eso. I don't even like talking to the police here.
I know, right?
I don't even like it.
You're telling me.
I've never had like an encounter or discussion or like a fishy situation or anything. Never. Pero. I know people who have. So
I know, right? And you ain't got to find out for yourself. James found out for you. What was your favorite thing to have?